Hey folks, Merry Christmas! And today I bring to you an impulse purchase from VCF East 2024. It's in keeping with Christmas though. Look at the green. Look at the green. This is the Lime iMac. I think this is the Model B because it does not have the IR sensor on the left speaker there. This is something I bought, as I mentioned, at VCF East 2024. Somebody was getting rid of a bunch of iMacs. I saw the green one and I was like, I like green. Maybe I should get this. I don't know though. Should I really spend money on it? You know, those thoughts that go through your head when you're looking at a plethora of stuff you want to buy at a store or swap meet or what have you. And then who should walk by me at that very moment? Somebody that a lot of you guys might know in the retro computing community, especially the Mac community, Mac84. He walked by me and told me, just do it. Well, you know what? I did it. He gave me the confidence I needed to just say, screw it, let's do it. And I'm glad he did that. So thank you, Mac84, for pushing me over the edge to get this, because I've really had a lot of fun with this machine. Now, this is an iMac G3. I've removed the battery from this machine. It still has the original hard drive in it. I haven't replaced it with anything SD or what have you. I did have to buy a keyboard and mouse for it, and that was not cheap to get the matching one for this. But I thought it was worth it because it looks so nice together. Common problems with these machines. Failing plastics is one that's starting to come up because they're pushing 30 years old almost. Analog boards for the CRTs tend to fail, so you got to recap those and adjust them. So you got to learn TV. You basically have to learn your TV repair skills to be able to work with machines like this. Hard drives go out sometimes, but this one seems all right still. And what else is? Capacitors are a big issue with these. I've seen some iMacs just up and die because of those. Now this thing still has the sticker, the spec sticker from when I bought it on top, and I kept it just for this video. Speakers not blown. That's another issue these machines have. These speakers here, they tend to blow because a lot of people just turn them way up, and that blows them out. And that's why I like to use external speakers with a machine like this typically. We're going to do that today here. We're going to use the external speakers. But I'm going to show you what the originals do sound like. Any hoozle. CD-ROM works and ejects. 96 megs of RAM, which is good. It has a 6 gigabyte hard drive in it. It's a 333 megahertz G3. It does have some scratches in the screen, but they're not that noticeable, especially when you're using the machine. Since I do my videos in 4K now, you might spot them. But yeah, I just thought I'd save that for the posterity for the video. The price sticker's still on top from when I bought this. It was $25 to get this machine. And I think the guy that had these was just pricing them to move. And I don't blame him, because if you have a bunch of these hanging around, think about how much space that takes up. I have a bit of a TV collection, and even that is like a lot when it's just like 3 or 4 of them. So imagine having a bunch of these and you just need to get rid of them. Go to a swap meet, sell them for a fair price, get your space back. Good, everybody wins in that scenario. So without further ado, let's take a look at the iMac. There's not much to see around it. It's in really good shape. I guess I could show you the keyboard and mouse a little bit. So this is the Lime. It has the Lime mouse, as you can see. The ball is multicolored. I think that might still be a Bondi blue ball in the mouse there. But it's a Lime mouse. Has the Lime keyboard. Isn't that nice? These keyboards aren't that bad, although the tiny arrow keys are a little weird if you use these to play games. Hockey puck mouse. The hockey puck mouse still works just fine. This is one of the revisions that has a little ridge in there, so you can actually feel where the button is. So it's like a slightly improved one. I want to say I used some back in the day where they did not have that ridge, so it was kind of hard to tell where your hand was on the mouse. But this one has like some tactile feedback there for your finger to sit, so not a hard mouse to use with that little ridge in it. So I'm gonna say that that's an improvement. I don't know if that was ever originally there. I hope it was. So let's get all this together, and let's do something we haven't done in a couple of years since the Power Mac 6500. Let's have a Macintosh Christmas. All right. I apologize in advance if it's very flickery, but it's an iMac. There's not much I can do about that. So I'm going to hit the button on the keyboard. Oh, I got to turn the power on first. That would help, wouldn't it? All right. There you go. That's what the bong sounds like out of those puny little speakers in the iMac. The speakers on this aren't that great. They're fine for the time, but they're just not that great. As you can see, the screen is looking pretty good. Geometry's still pretty good on this one. Came with macOS 9.1 on it. Now, I grew up on macOS 8.0, and eventually 9.0.4, 9.1, and 9.22. 9.1 seems alright. You know, it's not too buggy. Has run all the programs that are on here just fine. Obviously served this person for quite a long time. Smooth screen, yep. Mac OS always took a little while to boot up. You know, it was like Windows 95 that way. You can see all the extensions loading down there. The iTunes extension is loading. Speech extension. It's going to complain about the date because I took the battery out. Now with Macs, they use that little half AA thing for the clock battery, or the PRAM battery, I should say. I just remove those and leave them out. I don't see a reason to keep them in there, to be honest. There's the control strip down there. That's good. Now, one thing, if you're going to use this without external speakers, I would keep the volume at around half like that, so that you don't blow these speakers out, because that is a big problem with these. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to plug in my set of external speakers into the headphone jack, just because they sound better anyway. And what I'll do is I'll just keep the volume low while we demonstrate things. This is a folder of games that came on here. SimCity 2000, 3000, Pizza Rush. Come on, catch up. I am clicking, aren't I? A lot of classic stuff here. Carmen Sandiego, Gold Digger, the original Kid Pix. The original. We should look at that. Look at that. 1991. Now you got the control strips in the way. Go away. Let's see what the bomb looks like on the original Kid Pix. See how slow that is? That's what it's supposed to look like. And it's consistent on every version of Kid Pix I've used on the Mac. Oh no! Oh no! I love that. It's really cool to see a version of Kid Pix this old. And it really reminds me of my elementary school days. Mac-Man. I wonder if that is a Pac-Man clone of sorts. Looks like it is. Bachman. Bachman Turner Overdrive? You ain't seen nothing yet. Whoa. Well, this is different. It's an isometric Pac-Man? What on earth is this? It's a lot slower than regular Pac-Man. Ha-ha! Oh, I got my money. This is a bizarre version of Pac-Man. Now, if I just sit here and wait for them, will they show up? Nim, 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 nim. Yeah, that's a bizarre version of Pac-Man. No. Patriot. Alright. Looks like there's a pool game. There's SimCity 2000. We gotta try that. We just did it on Christmas Eve, so it's Christmas Day now. Let's make it happen. Now this is what these speakers sound like. They're kind of pathetic and tinny. If I plug in my speakers, it's like an immediate improvement. There's some actual bass. Yeah, we're going to leave my speakers plugged in. Let's do the Atlanta UFO invasion. Remember, if you live in Atlanta, move out in 2049, or you may experience this. Zzz. If you hear zzz coming down the street, think you're in trouble, man. Go dive in the Piedmont Lake and run away. Yeah, there you go. SimCity 2000 on the Mac was pretty much just like it was on Windows. Cheat, never cheat. Interesting. Looks like the people that had this computer made a lot of different, a lot of their own maps. That's kind of cool to see. SimCity 3000's on here. Sim Tower's on here. Solitaire, Stunt Copter, Submarine, Super Mac Free Cell. Wolf 3D is on here. That's interesting. Oh, there's codes. This mouse is driving me absolutely insane. I need a mouse pad. Give me the mouse pad. Yeah, you absolutely need a mouse pad with the hockey puck mouse. It's too annoying. Mac Play. I remember that logo from back in the day. There you go, it's just Wolfenstein 3D. The graphics are quite a bit different, as you can see. They're a lot sharper, higher resolution graphics. So the Mac version of this actually does look a lot better. Like, look at the door. Looks great. Wonder if I can set the screen size to like much higher than that. How about 640 by 480? Yeah, there we go. Now you can see it better. Look how good the textures are on this Mac version. This version reminds me of the one on... Is it 3DO? I think the 3DO version's similar to this. Improved sound effects. Let's see if I can find the thing that I usually find. Sound effects aren't as funny in this version. This is a good example of how too much polish can make something lose its charm. pretty competent version, though, I must say. Look, you can actually see... Look, Hitler actually looks like Hitler. It doesn't look like a jumbled mess of pixels. Go away. I'm looking at the Fuhrer. Yeah, look at that. It actually looks correct. It just... The textures are so much better. I wonder if this is a secret area. No, it's not. There you go. There's a Mac version of Wolf 3D. I think there's also a Mac version of Duke Nukem 3D, which unfortunately I don't have on this computer. Eric's Solitaire sample. I remember this. I had this on my Mac back in the day. Holy crap, look at that. Look at the bear. Oh. I remember this. Oh. That's so cool. Yeah, Eric's Solitaire sample. I think you could do Klondike. Yeah, and 8 off. 8 off, I should say. Duke Nukem 3D, there you go. Oh, it's just the demo? That's enough to take a look at it. Oh, God. This is something I used to see a lot when on my Mac OS 8 machine. Error of type 2. Well, that's a shame. What if I do it again? Well, that's a shame. Well, there you go. A lot of stuff came on this machine. A lot of games on here. Definitely a folder I need to back up at some point. Get that on a flash drive or something. I had 3D Ultra Pinball on here. Stuff It Lights installed. Let's see what else is on here. AppleWorks 5. Microsoft Office 2001. We should look at that. Entourage. Oh, God, get it away. Yeah, here's Mac 2001, or Office 2001. So let's do a blank Word document. This is back when Office looked very unique. You can see these toolbar interfaces are all over the place. This was something you used to see on the old versions of Office. So, on a Mac, believe it or not, you can be productive. And this one, I think, is old enough that it doesn't have that little Mac thing in the corner that was kind of the equivalent to Clippy. I think that was in 2004? I forget. It's been many years. But yeah, Office is on here. Adobe Acrobat Reader 5 is on here. AppleWorks is on here. And AppleWorks 5 was the successor to ClarisWorks. So I think Apple bought them out more than likely. And stationary styles. I used ClarisWorks 3.5 on my machine as a kid on the PowerMac 6500. I used ClarisWorks. It looked just like this, actually. I used it to do book reports and stuff like that. Printed it out on the Epson Stylus 640 or 740. It was a very noisy printer. It was an Epson, so the ink clogged. It was noisy, and it would waste ink trying to unclog itself constantly. And it was a very loud printer that would take forever to print and go wee 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 wee. That noise is burned into my memory. What else do we have here? Not a whole lot, really. It's a pretty bare bones machine. So somebody might have been in here and cleaned it. Well, I think I cleaned it up and put it all in the stuff folder. Yeah. Yeah, here we go. You got AOL Instant Messenger was on here at one point, or they were using it. MacLink Plus, calendar application, useless stuff. Oh, nothing is useless. Look at that. Where is Apple System Profiler? That'd be a good thing to look at. There you go, 96 megs of RAM. PowerPC G3 with 333 megahertz with an FPU. The hard drive is a Maxtor 6 gigabyte drive, which somehow still works. I've seen a lot of Maxtor drives die. Hockey Puck mouse was made by Logitech. There's your proof. So Logitech is responsible for the hockey puck if you want to blame somebody. Yeah, quite a bit. Not quite as much of a treasure trove as the 6500 was, but there's still a good amount of stuff on here. 3D Ultra Pinball. This is a game that I grew up with, and so did the Nostalgia Mall. He grew up with the Windows version, I grew up with the Mac version, and I've mentioned for a long time that I think the music is better on the Mac. I want to prove that. Oh, I gotta put the CD in. We will put in my original copy into the tray loading CD-ROM drive here. And there it is. Let's play some 3D Ultra Pinball. Phew, Sierra. Intro movie looks pretty good on this CRT. It really does. Yeah. This is incredibly nostalgic for me. Now listen to that music. I think that sounds a million times better than the MIDI on Windows. And since it's a Mac, it's all sample-based. It's not FN synthesis. But I think in this game, it works. Because it makes it sound a little futuristic. Now, as many of you know, 3D Ultra Pinball was a pinball game made from the assets of another Sierra game called Outpost. Now let's try the colony table. That music is great in this version. This is how I grew up with it. Darn. I think the sound effects are higher resolution on the Mac version as well. So I really wonder if this wasn't developed for the Mac specifically and then ported to Windows. That was definitely the case with a lot of games back in the day. Now let's try the mine level. The mine level and the command post level have swapped music on the Mac version versus the PC one. Listen to how good this music is. Damn, I'm so good. Yeah, music is great. And we have my favorite table, the command post level. And the music on this is also great.
Command post table up and running. Keep back RAs to initiate bonus events. Good luck.
The Mac version of this game is the definitive one, in my opinion, just because of the music and the high quality of the sound effects. Yeah. Not very good right now, but I think this proves a point. Listen how dramatic that is. That's great. Yeah. The Mac version of this game is far superior to the Windows one. Far superior. I love dragging the disc to the trash to eject it. That's so satisfying. The other game, there's another game that I think has far superior music on the Mac, and that is The Magic School Bus Explores the Human Body. I grew up with this one as well, and the MIDI music on Windows is fine, but the music on the Mac is better. Much better. ProDOS? What in the world? I don't have the Mac version of this. Well, I'm going to have to get the Mac version. I forgot that these use separate CDs for separate versions of the game. Oh, I forgot about that. Here is a classic game from my childhood. I hope the Mac version's on here. This is a classic. The Yukon Trail.
This here's the Yukon Trail, an exciting new product from Mac.
No gold, only silver, conflammit.
July 1897. The United States was in the throes of a depression. Times were tough, and people were beginning to lose hope. Then, from out of the north, came astonishing news. Gold. And the rush was on. Across the United States and indeed the world, tens of thousands of people caught gold fever and set out for the remote Yukon area of northwest Canada. For all who took part, it would be the adventure of a lifetime.
Yep, I've been prospecting all my life, and I never seen nothing like it. The rivers are full of gold, but if you want to strike it rich, you better hurry. Claims are being snapped up faster than greased light.
Hot off the presses, read all about it.
Gold in millions. I have $350 and zero food. Hell yeah, man. I'm in Seattle. And you can hear it's using CD audio for the music.
Hello, friend. I'll bet you're a stampeder. The best way to start your journey is to board a ship to Skagway.
Skagway. Well, nice talking with you. Goodbye. What about you?
Howdy, stranger. You'll be needing a ticket to board any of these ships to Alaska. If I were you, I'd book first-class passage to Dai.
Dai. Let's see if I can make it to the Pioneer Outfitters guy. Look at this gentleman and this lady, yes. Now, the Pioneer Outfitters guy reminds me of the W.B. Mason guy.
Hello there. Headed to the Yukon? You appear to be alone. The only kind of outfit I sell is made for two people traveling together. You should get yourself a partner.
What do you mean by outfit? Ticket office. Now, these are your 4 characters you start out with. Basically, I think the secret to this game is if you want money, you always choose the banker. You got this lady here.
Howdy, stranger. Folks call me Sadie. You look like you could use a partner. One who knows a thing or two about gold mining.
And then there's the, this lady.
Hello. My name is difficult for outsiders to pronounce. You may call me Linda. I was born and raised in the area where you want to go. I can lead you to the place where gold can be found.
Nice. This guy was always my favorite as a kid because I thought he was just like such a man, you know?
How do? The name's Jake. If you're looking for a partner, I'm your man. I'm a master carpenter, and I'm itching to go get me a big pile of gold.
That guy's got some real, like, charisma. I always liked him, even as a kid. I'm a master carpenter. Nice. I always liked carpentry as a kid. I was a strange kid. I don't know. And the banker.
How do you do? My name is Midas T. Golden. Might you be seeking a partner?
I'm Midas T. Golden. Midas Touch Golden. I love that. This game had great sense of humor. This is one of these games I should, like, play through one of these days on video somehow. But that's a real classic from my childhood for edutainment games. The Yukon Trail. I love that game. I really hope the music doesn't get me into copyright trouble. That would be annoying. That's a real classic from my childhood. Really love that game. Now this is another classic from my childhood that I had dreamt would have a Mac version. As a very small kid, we had a 486 machine. Like an IBM compatible of some kind. And there was a game that I used to play on it called the Playroom, made by Broderbund. I did not think there was a Mac version until very recently. I tracked down a copy on eBay, and it is the same game, but on Mac OS. And I'm thrilled this exists. I think it's rather hard to find, so I did put it on archive.org for anybody else that wants to play this on the Mac.
Hiya, my name's Pepper. Hi, I'm Ginger.
I am thrilled that a Mac version of this exists, and it is a different build than the Windows one that I have. This is from 95. The original Windows build was from 94, so I'm wondering if they didn't port this from Windows.
All right, let's go. Hi.
The MIDI's quite different on this version. Very Mac-like quality.
Clock time.
9:00 a.m.
I change it to PM.
9:00 a.m. 9:00 p.m.
We gotta do the classic one. And we gotta poke the clock in the face.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh.
Ooh!
Ooh.
What a strange clock. That frog from the bayou telling you it's 3 o'clock a.m. Shouldn't y'all be in bed now?
See you later.
Yeehaw! I had to come here just for this.
Teddy bear.
It's like the most excited that person will ever be. And you know what we have to do? Well, I'll put the teddy bear up there. You know what we have to do, right? We have to put the baby in the fire, and we have to put the mom in the kitchen just to be extra offensive. Put Dad. We'll stick Dad and put him outside because he was a bad man, and we'll stick the kid in the toilet, and then we'll stick the little girl. I don't know, in the refrigerator. Yeah. That's the kind of fun you can have with this. Really great for kids.
Mousehole!
What'd you call me? Now this mousehole game was pretty much the basis of the whole Playroom series. This game was in the original 1989 version for DOS and for the Apple II, etc. And it had this dice game you could play, which I thoroughly enjoyed as a kid.
Play with the robot. Let's go play!
I mean, look at that. You got a little, like, bed in there in the mouse hole, a little candle, little stools, and a table. Let's see. How about 4?
4. 4.
Yeah, and the object is just to land on... The black ones make you go back, the white ones make you go forward, and then you get to the end before the robot or your friend does. So really, really good game for kids. I thoroughly enjoyed that when I was young. CD audio works just the same with this game.
Whoa! All day long the clock is moving. All day
Get songs in the jukebox that teach little kids the concepts of life. Time being a big one. Scheduling, you know. Very optimistic, very positive. And the kids they got to sing this, honestly, are pretty good. I wouldn't doubt if they, like, went to a school somewhere, like maybe in California or something, and got the kids that had a contest or, like, had a casting call or something for kids to sing for this game. I mean, they sound like kids. They sound a little unenthusiastic at times, but that's alright. Now, if I click on this, it's very Mac related. Listen to this. Hey! It's a Mac.
Wow, see you there.
It's a Mac. And that's one of the things that made me think, why isn't there a Mac version if there's a Mac sound in the game? Well, mystery solved. I've always wondered what the letter Z is.
Z. Z.
Oh, look at the letter Z. Yes. And there you go. And that is the Playroom for the Mac. An oddly uncommon game. I don't know if I call it rare. I want to. I'm not sure. It's quite a rare version of the game to find the Mac ones, but I tracked it down and it's on archive for everyone to enjoy now. Everyone who has old Macs like this. Now we're going to have to do something controversial. There are instances with the Mac versions of games where the music sounds worse, or just different enough that it doesn't sound right. One of those is Fatty Bear's Birthday Surprise, a humongous entertainment game. The Nostalgia Mall likes to call this wrong-sounding Fatty Bear. And the reason it sounds so wrong is because the rhythm sounds kind of slightly off in the music. And you really have to hear it to believe it. Let's play some Fatty Bear.
Good night, Kayla.
Good night, Dad. Tomorrow.
Doesn't that sound wrong?
And Mom and Dad will have a big surprise for me. Good night, Fatty Bear. You be good. I love you, Fatty Bear.
Again, the sound effects do sound better on the Mac.
There's a lot of work to do before Kayla wakes up. I want to make her a big, beautiful birthday cake. Oh, will she ever be surprised?
I better get busy too. I've got a lot of decorating to do. I'm even going to make Kayla a happy birthday sign for her bulletin board.
Oh, Gretchen, that sounds wonderful. I need to go to the kitchen and make Kayla's birthday cake.
Fatty Bear, would you like some help making the birthday cake? I'm a heck of a cleaner upper.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Matilda Rabbit. That would be nice.
See, the sound effects on the Mac version definitely have a higher sampling rate. Even in games as early as this, 1993. The cursor looks about the same as it does in the DOS version.
Hurry, all of you. There's so very much to do. Hey, that tickles. You're making me giggle. I'm a giggle put.
Hey, watch it, Twinkle Toes. Hey, watch it, Twinkle Toes. Hey, watch it, Twinkle Toes.
Okay, Bullwinkle. Otherwise, it's the same game, just with really weird music. It just sounds like it's being played on the devil's pan flute.
This looks like the place to bake Kayla's birthday cake.
Hi, Fatty Bear. I'm here to help with the cake.
Thank you, Matilda Rabbit.
Alright, that's enough. I just want to see the dog fly across the room.
I wonder what's in Kayla's present.
Yep, that's my dog.
Here goes Kayla's birthday present. Oh no, look what she's done to the ribbon.
I dare say that puppy is a scam.
I guess I better go find the puppy. I hope I can find a new ribbon.
I think it's worth playing through the Mac version of this on video one day. I'm not going to go through the whole game now, but that's kind of a... Yeah, the music just sounds wrong. It doesn't sound completely awful, but it's not what you want, really. It was not as good as the music on... I think the best version of Fatty Bear's Birthday Surprise is probably the DOS one. That's the one to play. Play the DOS one, because it's the same as the Windows one, but with much higher quality music. So, if you're going to play Fatty Bear's Birthday Surprise, play the DOS version. That is the definitive one. I'm not sure I'd say that about the Putt-Putt series. The Putt-Putt series also sounded different on the Mac. But the Putt-Putt series had like multimedia that you really want on Windows or Mac. I don't recall if Busy Town has a Mac version. I don't think it does, but we can try. I think this is a PC-only disc that I have here. It's a CDR from the 90s, so I'm not quite sure. It's kind of struggling to read it, actually. Oh, that poor drive. Yeah, that's a PC-formatted disc. Where's Thinkin Things? There it is. Alright. Alright, and we can't pass this up without an Edmark game, so the venerable Thinkin Things Volume 1 is what we're going to have to look at. Very smooth animation there. This is a good example of an edutainment game that is exactly the same on Windows or Mac. It is the same game. So whichever OS you used, you basically had the same experience. But much higher quality sound on the Mac. Like if we go in here, if you go in here and listen to all the music, it's all going to sound much better on the Mac version. And I think that's down to the music having just a higher sampling rate in general, and Mac's allowing for that. Oh, this is one of my favorites. Isn't that nice? Isn't that just relaxing? Yeah, I love that. I love every bit of that. Now, the one place we have to go is the Fripple Shop.
We have Fripples for everyone.
It is the Christmas Day sale. Let's go.
I have been looking all over the city for these Fripples. I like green and curly hair, please. Thank you. Shopping's my name and Fripples are my game.
Oh my, would you look at all those scribbles? I like spots and curly hair, please.
I love the old man who is just... He's not even really a man. He's a beard with boots. I just love that character design.
Thank you ever so much. Farewell to you, youngin'. Whoa, Fripples to go. I like green and spots and curly hair, please.
Oh, yeah, dude.
This is great. Later, dude.
Man. And there you go. Thinkin Things Collection 1. At least the parts of it that I find the most fun. Same game on either Windows or Mac. So this is... Edmark did a really good job of making their games basically the same on both platforms. And I think that's just simply because they didn't utilize MIDI. They utilized sound effects. And there you go. Thinkin Things Collection 1. Now there's one more game that I would love to demonstrate on here. It's another one where the Mac version was very different from the Windows version, and I happen to like the Mac one better because I grew up with it, and that is The Magic School Bus Human Body. Now, I've heard there have been copyright problems with this game. Hopefully we don't run into those here. But I'm going to go find a Mac version of that, and we will hopefully be able to finish on that. If not, well, then we'll just finish entirely. Alright, I managed to track down a Mac version of Magic School Bus Human Body. And let's check it out. The music on this version is quite a bit different. There it is. Oh, do I have to install it? Oh boy, let's go down a nostalgia trip, man. My name is Liz. I'm going to be your install wizard lady. Those puzzle pieces and the installer are the same on the Mac. And she's done. Oh, the graphics look a little screwed up. Look at that! Alright, let's launch the human body. And there you go. The human body. Now this is the music I remember in the classroom. Again, it's all sample based, it's not MIDI.
Field trip about the human body? I'd give an arm and a leg to go on this one.
Carlos.
Nice rocket.
Hey, man.
My body lies over the ocean.
What do you think of my volcano project?
Rather explosive, don't you think? Let's play some Pong. Or use our multimedia PC.
The Frizz will be here any minute.
Play some Pong, dude.
The Frizz will be here any
We're going on our best field trip yet, class, because today we're going to take a trip inside the human body. Don't you worry about how we'll get there. The bus will take care of that. Ooh, what a fascinating and wonderful place the body is. If you have any questions, just click on Liz, and she'll help you out. Say hello to everybody, Liz.
Hello to everybody, Liz. Hey, let me clue you in on something. We're going to do something with Miss Frizzle that you could never do in real life. For example, you can never really drive a bus into someone's mouth. And I don't care how little you are, you can't go scuba diving in somebody's small intestine. You know this, and I know this, and we all know you're smart enough to know what's real and what's not. When you're ready, click on the bus and have some fun.
Ready for adventure? There are so many places to explore and so many games to play and experiments to try. We could be here all day just talking about them. Click on the bus when you're all set, and off we go!
Nice. There are a few things in the classroom that are funny, like this little model of the intestines here. Oh, pardon me. The foot always creeped me out as a kid. Ugh. And this little kitty here. There you go, your generic cat sound effect. Let's make some popcorn. And my favorite. I'm about to show you a very real demonstration of osteoporosis. Well, damn, you might need to see a doctor about that one. My bones exploded, doctor. I don't know what happened. Alright, let's go inside. Because this is where things start to differ a lot. This animation. Oh god, I forgot about this. What should we name this person? Betsy. Betsy. Age? 27. What a strange-looking human being. Here's where the music's different. Have a listen for yourself. This early 3D animation is just so weird. I like this MIDI better than the Windows version. It's more atmospheric to me.
Mouth.
It's a lot more atmospheric to me.
This area of the tongue is for sweetness. This area of the tongue is for salty, sour, and bitter.
Kind of a bunch of crap that we were taught as kids. Salt.
Yay!
What about orange peel? Bitter, right?
Phew.
Phew. Sweet.
Hey!
Nice. Now, there are some very funny things in this game that we need to take a look at. Well, actually, one of which is already in the back of the bus here. These sound effects are truly like 90s gross out. God, it just sounds like pouring a jar of like Vaseline onto the floor and stepping in it. That is so crude. Yeah. Modern art masterpiece. Just sounds disgusting while I do it. Oh my gosh. The best sound effect of all time. That was my favorite as a kid. It just sounds so ridiculous. It just sounds like a tape recorder on crack or something. Yeah, that music. Love that. Now, the nervous system in this game is your fast travel. We need to go to the lungs. The lungs has some funny stuff.
Let's talk lungs.
Oxygen. Now, we can do horrible things to Arnold's lungs. If we leave the oxygen on low and turn the nitrogen up, he turns blue. Turn carbon dioxide up, and you've got the weirdest sounding cough ever. But then you turn the oxygen up, poor Arnold. I had an asthma test when I was a kid in the 90s where they actually did put carbon dioxide into my mouth, and it reminded me a lot of that. Now we gotta go to the stomach. There's some funny stuff in the stomach. Give me my fast travel. Really? Fast travel. There's the stomach. I believe that is the stomach.
Hang on, class. Here comes the stomach.
There's a burger. Burger. I like that. There's one that's broccoli that is also very funny.
Gotcha.
Or I can just pull it apart and destroy it.
Chocolate bar. Broccoli, 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 broccoli.
Broccoli, 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 broccoli. That one's amusing. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that's good in this. Oh, the liver.
Why, liver me timbers.
Listen to that music. Far superior to Windows. This music sounds awesome. I always enjoyed this as a kid. You could have the liver process stuff, and it was just incredibly dramatic. Now, if my liver produced flashes of light, I think I would be a scientific marvel. That sound effect always made me giggle as a kid. It just literally sounds like someone going... It's just like, it's so amateur and hilarious. up poisons, huh? Get Indiana Jones. I always hotwire cut my sugar. And of course, vitamins. Man, listen to that music. That's so cool. The last amusing thing I think we should look at is the large intestine. Yeah, I know. Let's get the jokes out of the way now. Haha, poop. I went to the brain somehow? That's not what I meant, but look at those arcs. Does your brain have high voltage arcing? Do you suffer from corona brain? Not coronavirus brain, but, you know, corona from high voltage.
Class, I'll make it plain. Now we're in the brain.
Now we're in the brain. Where's the large intestine? I think that's it right there.
Next on our grand tour, the large intestine.
Now, these are just gross sound effects that I love. Ugh. Ugh. These were in kids' games, man. Now, here we have the different thing. This is one of my favorites. So, this little guy, the bacteria will eat it, and then the bacteria will produce stuff that your body actually needs. So, how about these Brussels sprouts? There you go, potassium. You get potassium from that. Now, how about broccoli? Broccoli. More potassium. Yeah, broccoli has a bunch of potassium in it.
Excuse me.
How about fish? Biotin. Biotin is very good for your nails and hair. Is this an egg? It's like a weirdly colored egg. Biotin. So the eggs I eat every morning give me the biotin that I need. How about peanut? Just the one. More biotin. And our favorite, beans. Wow, whole lot of nothing, just gas.
Excuse me.
That's funny. And there you go. That's the Magic School Bus human body. Well, I hope you enjoyed this showcase of this iMac G3 that I got from VCF East 2024. This was back in April that this happened. Very, very cool machine. It really brings me back to my childhood. I had more beige machines than this growing up. But you know what? This one's still pretty representative just because of the operating system that's on it, the programs that you've seen. And I used a lot of these in school, actually. I used a lot of these in school, but even in high school we still had some of these in the writing center. And I used some of these to do school projects. My cat is being really weird in the background. Cut it out. We had some of these running, I think, macOS 10.3, 10.4 maybe. Some of them were still running OS 9, even in 2005, which is crazy. Saw a lot of these in middle school, along with the Molar Macs and other models, too. It was quite a nostalgic machine for me. And I'm glad that Mac84 convinced me that buying this was a good idea. My cat found a paper bag. And, yeah, it's a fantastic machine. We might be seeing more of it at some point. It's a really cool computer. So far, it doesn't look like it needs any real restoration. I'm sure it will someday. It's really at that age, so hopefully it won't be too bad. But I think it's great. I think it's a great computer. And as you saw, some of the stuff that I grew up with and some of the MIDI differences are quite stark, quite huge. And I prefer a lot of them, but then as you saw, Fatty Bear was... I don't know about that one. The Windows one and the DOS one especially are so much better, it's not even a contest. Yeah, so with that being said, I love my old Macs. I love my classic Mac stuff. It's just cozy for me. A cozy Christmas with a classic Mac. Just makes life better, doesn't it? Anyhow, I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas. I hope you enjoyed stepping back in memory lane with me. And have a good one, everybody. If you want to reach me on social media, links are down below. If you want to join our Discord chat, links are down below as well.